This video will not be perfect. Trust me, I've tried. If you're looking for the finely tuned, the perfectly algorithmically researched way to hook you into this video, you're not gonna find it here. I'm sorry. I spent the first week making this video trying to do that until I realized perfection is boring, bro. We're in an age of perfection. With AI, with algorithms, every social media, every streaming service, movies, music, it's all perfectly modeled and designed just for you.
I can't even focus on what's coming or what's next. I can only tell you how much better I'ma get.
Would you like the algorithm to decide what you watch today, or what you listen to, or who you talk to, or what you eat, or what you wear, or who you fall in love with? Man, what is this?
But at the same time, I'm gonna be real. I kind of like this. This is all very convenient. I like having everything perfectly ready for me to just consume. But this might be because we're all kind of perfectionists in some way. I try to make things perfect to the point where I end up not doing anything. Because if it's not perfect, then what's the point? But right now, it feels like the world is shifting and appreciating more raw, unpolished things than things that are trying to be perfect. I'm trying to figure out what's going on and how we got here, and if maybe the answer can help us fix our perfectionism. Yeah, our, all right? I know you're in the same boat as me, all right? Don't lie.
Peekaboo, I just put them bookers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Kobe game. Peekaboo, 762s, I make them perfect.
I made a video about what happens when we don't even try. But on the other end of the spectrum, when we try to make everything perfect, that can be just as bad. As kids, we used to just do things without worrying if they were perfect. Just doing things for the love of the game. Not trying to fit into this perfect idea of who I should be or how I should do things. Like, I used to be a kid that loved to draw. I'll make these fun little comics with this character called Buff Boy. Yeah, Buff Boy. Still waiting for them to make a movie about this guy. But I was just having fun. I wasn't worrying about being an artist. I wasn't like, this is my masterpiece. No, it's pure freedom when we're that young. And funny enough, that's how it felt in the young days of the internet.
Now that I've gotten on the internet, I'd rather be on my computer than doing just about anything.
It's really cool.
The beauty of the internet is that you could share anything with anyone at any time. Instagram, you'd literally post anything. You would not care. Now, if you're not traveling the world, getting married, or having a baby, what's the point? What are you doing here? You really just graduated college? That's all you got? Social media felt freeing. And that's how it felt with music too. Artists had to learn how to use the internet for the first time. Rappers are dropping free mixtapes on DatPiff, SoundCloud. It was free-flowing creativity. Think about how many memorable names came up in the 2010s versus the 2020s. The only way you could come up is if you had your own interesting look, unique sound, your own story. Everyone wasn't fighting for the same viral moment on the same app. It just felt like there was less rigidness in the way that stuff could go out there. And you could tell that that helped them creatively because the music was so good. With YouTube, it was just about you. You could do whatever. Straight fun. Everything was weird and offbeat. Nothing was perfect. This created distinct styles that all stuck out and are still memorable to me till this day. Now everyone just copies the same two guys doing the same thumbnails, the same type of videos, even copying the way they speak.
I recreated every single thing.
15,000 feet.
Today, I'm spending $1
Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my new video. My name is Mr. Weeknd. This one guy said I'm just gonna make my whole channel AI. Now he's not even there anymore. It's just a computer generated version of himself.
The AI face cam is also generated, and the AI video is also generated, and the video idea is also generated. It's all AI.
Whoa, 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 all right, whoa, whoa, all right, whoa, whoa, whoa.
We've gone too far, okay? At first, things felt messy. They felt real. They were exciting. Now everything has been so structurally perfected that nothing stands out. It feels like the internet grew up. In the same way that we grew up and that childlike optimism turns into grades, work, fit in, don't stand out. You're made fun of for being different. Get in line. We start performing in our everyday lives. And if it's not perfect, it's not worth it. All of a sudden, I tell myself, I'm not that good at drawing. And then now I look back and I'm like, oh, if I started back then, I could have been good by now, but I'm not. So it's over. It's too late for me. And I just stopped. I haven't tried picking up a pen and drawing something for 15 years. There's so many things I want to do that I've just never done. Painting, dance, hot yoga, screw it, I'll try it. Roller skating, bro, I've never roller skated. It's too late for me now, all right? I'm a grown man, okay? You think I'm gonna be slipping and sliding trying to learn as a grown man now? No. We let that grown-up standard of perfectionism keep us from that childlike joy of just doing things. And it feels like society and the internet went through the same thing. Companies figured out what works and then just stuck to it. Every app has a For You page that never ends. When it comes to YouTube, if I hear one more person talking about content strategy, data analytics, audience retention, engagement, influencer brand, CPM, EDM, CSI, my head is going to explode. You're bringing an Excel spreadsheet to the party, okay? Dating apps will be preying on the fact that we want to find the perfect person. Oh, that's what you want, huh? Here's 500 people that all kind of look the same. You found a small issue with somebody? Don't worry, we got 500 more people coming right up. And you finally found the perfect person. Wow, congratulations. And they blocked you. They blocked you. You're done. You thought it was over. Get back to swiping, buddy. Because of Hollywood and social media, every guy feels like they gotta look like this. Every girl feels like she gotta look like this. Every dog feels like they gotta look like this. It's not fair, man. In music, every album comes out on this exact day at this exact time. Playlists will decide what's big. Doechii has good rhymes, but to be honest, I've never seen her music come up in my algorithm. I'm not saying she's not good. She just doesn't have a song everyone knows yet. This is the state of music. You're waiting for an algorithm to tell you what to like. What's going on? It just feels like we're in the same boring routine. Things are so rigid and corporate. So now the only thing that stands out is the exact opposite. But if things couldn't get any worse, one of the only people who truly embody this idea just died. Director David Lynch had to be at least top 3 old white people. I'm talking S tier white. If you ever watch anything David Lynch, it's very obvious. There's only one of this guy. He knew who he was and he could put that on screen. And nobody could replicate it. He would paint and talk about how your imperfections are your style. I was looking at the state of the world depressed, but then I heard that and suddenly it hit me. Like a bomb went off in my head, literally. I stopped drawing because I thought I was bad. This guy was 78, still painting. Even if I started now, by 78, probably be pretty good, at least. So I picked up a pen. And for the first time since I was 12 years old, I looked at something and started drawing it. But then of course that perfectionism starts creeping back in. This isn't for you, bruh. This sucks. You suck. And you're ugly. But then things started appearing on the page. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. This is actually kind of fun. I'd mess up here and there, but instead of getting annoyed and be like, I messed up, I just let it happen. I just let that be part of my style. All the imperfections was low-key my style, bro. And I thought about the most exciting things recently. They're not super polished and rigid and routine like we're all used to. Enough of that. I want to see something weird. I want to see something offbeat. Even something like pop music, which is the definition of trying to be perfect. You can't stand out by being perfect anymore. Charli XCX with Brat. She cut through this glossy pop world with this ugly color, okay? At first, people hated this cover. I hated it. I actually didn't want to even listen to the album, to be honest. But this off-putting shade of green, along with the music that actually stood out, became huge. And now it's like, that color is her. Bro, there's a knife right there, bro. That's a Brat knife right there, bro. Doechii just got a hit off of a storytelling track with no hook, old school instrumental, where she's talking about her addictions.
I'm not an addict.
Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. We're getting pop stars that look like this again. Lipstick on the teeth and everything. We're so back. Sabrina Carpenter being short, being like 4'2", and just embracing that, making that part of her style. Tyler's entire career has been like this, but recently him just dropping his album on a Monday made people lose their minds. It's like, wait, hold on. This is supposed to come out on Friday. I gotta switch up my whole way of thinking how I'm gonna listen to this. It just broke us all out of that simulation routine that we're all in. Rappers dropping on Instagram again, hopping on each other's songs. It feels like the blog era where there's just less restrictions, less rules. Streaming has brought that feeling back to social media where it's more chaotic fun again instead of just cookie cutter. With movies, people have been rejecting the overly formulaic stuff we've gotten 100 times already. 5 years ago, these movies would have made $1 billion each. Now we're just tired of it. Some of my favorite movies aren't the ones that follow a perfect formula for success, but the ones that break the rules. The camera might not be moving the way it's supposed to. The characters aren't super cliche. They actually feel different. When you're only focused on perfection, you're afraid to take any risks. Anybody who's ever done anything cool wasn't afraid to mess up and just make that part of their story. Like these people, I was just drawing and having fun again. I was back to that childhood self. I didn't even know this was in me. I would have never picked up a pen and even done this. But then I made my biggest mistake. I showed people. I was excited, so I shared my drawings. At first, I was afraid people wouldn't like it, but it was worse. They did. And it got me hyped up. I'm like, yo, I'm really doing this. Everything was going great until I went back to try drawing again. Things felt different. I was more rigid with my pen. I wanted it to be good in case I showed people again. That rhymed. Now when I'm drawing again, I gotta make it good. Now suddenly, I'm not even allowing myself to make mistakes. I'm not allowing the imperfections to happen. I'm literally erasing my style in real time. I'm back to square one. I'm not having fun anymore, so I gave up and I put my pen away. Maybe I'll try again in another 15 years. Who knows? I can just type what I want in ChatGPT now anyways, bro. What's the point of this? I let my perfectionism win. again. But I realize this isn't just me. That's how the world is right now. We're at a point where it's easy to make things perfect, where now it doesn't even mean anything. Why make real life connections when you can just scroll in the comments and feel connected? Why take the time to learn a skill when you can just get a computer to do it for you? Why get a real girlfriend when you can have an AI one? And trust me, that last one sounds tempting. No failure, no awkwardness, no stress about messing it up, no time wasted. It's perfect. I got it wrong. Maybe this is the way we're supposed to live. This guy was right, okay? I surrender. You won. Just as I was signing up for my 6-month membership to my new AI girlfriend, Margaret, I got a text. My friend invited me to do something I've never done. You're probably thinking it was climbing a mountain. Maybe riding a bull. I wish. No, it was roller. Like I said, I have never been roller skating in my 27 years of life. I'm going roller skating for the first time as a grown man. I probably felt like 45 times on my butt. And if you're wondering why that footage isn't playing right now, it's because it's been scrubbed from the entire universe.
Delete that footage.
Bro, there's women there, man. They're watching me fall. And little kids, they're all skating around me. Now, let me tell you, this is a very humbling experience. When was the last time you had a 6-year-old girl try to help you with something? Exactly. But on my 45th time falling in an almost split, I realized something. I gotta be like a little girl. Okay, now that sounds crazy. Just hear me out real quick. When I was a kid, I wasn't thinking about impressing anyone or performing. I don't care how I look, if I look dumb, if I'm falling on my butt 50 times. This was just fun, man. I was doing it for the love of the game. But that lack of fear is what lets us get better at those things. But then you get older and it's like, oh, what will people think? Oh, what if I mess up in front of them? I've talked before about how the only way to live in a world with AI is to be even more human. But what does that mean? That means embracing error or not being afraid of error. In a world where perfection can get done in 2.5 seconds, you might as well lean into imperfection. That's the only way to stand out at this point. And that's not just for beating AI, that's for ourselves. I'm realizing my imperfections are my style, but that extends to more than my work or whatever I might be insecure about. The way I look, the way I act and am, the way I might speak, the way I think, the way you smell. Like, all right, bro, okay. All those things about us, that's just our style. And my style is mine. And that's low-key my superpower, bro. And comparing it to anyone else is like Spider-Man being like, oh, bro, I wish I could fly. It's like, bro, you can swing from webs. What are you talking about? Just get better at what you already got. Bro, I'm gonna bend it and die for this, bro. As humans, we want to feel something real. Even if it's messy, even if it's scary or not easy, we're always gonna want that. All these other things, that's the illusion of realness, the illusion of connection. It feels perfect, but it's not real. There's no style. I don't want it to be perfect, okay? I want it to be real. For the love of the game.